Today was actually a loss, and I would want to take us through the loss. So, my higher time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame, was basically breaking structure to the downside. Price was at this level that seems to have created a break of structure right about here. And so, when you go into the 15 minutes time frame, this level that I have marked shows clear break of structure. So, price came back, came down like this, came up like this, and then dropped to the side. So, when you come into the 15 minutes time frame, you see that price has created a change of card, like a break of structure right about here. But this is the narrative, all right? And my strategy starts from the higher time frame. I have to make sure that the higher time frame has a break of structure before I try to analyze any other structure, all right? So this particular swing before this break of structure was the first leg up and down before this one was created. But this leg is not a valid break of structure. A valid break of structure has to close with a candle body like how this happened so that the supply area will be valid like this. Price closed with a candle body, so it is valid. Looking at this point, price closed in a wick, but rather this is a valid break of structure, making this break of structure valid. So this one wouldn't be a break of structure. It would rather be what gave the first swing a valid structure break. You understand? Right about here, there was a pullback into the support level broken and now turned as a resistance. Price came down, took down the inducement, came back up here into the order block right about here, and then dropped, securing this place as the next or future break of structure. Price came down, couldn't close below, and then it wicked above, and so this order flow was also mitigated by this. But if the order flow is mitigated, we still have this order block right about here for price to tap into. But what happened was that this is not a break of structure, but this movement and price closing below here, this wick down, has made this first move a valid break of structure, and that we can't take any orders from here because this, but if supposing these orders, this wick came into this extreme point of interest and then mitigated this order block, then we would rather choose to take our extreme point of interest from this place because the orders that were here was taken by this particular high. Here's the case that this high mitigated only the order flow and then had not come into the order block. And since this high that mitigated order flow created a valid break of structure, making securing this high that couldn't break structure, securing it to be valid. So first of all, if this leg down didn't create, this would have not been a valid break of structure. But this leg down closed below this low, making this first movement a valid break of structure. So we can say that the price moved up like this, and this whole movement down here is one leg. All right. So we can see that from here to here is one leg, and then price being able to take out this high, this pullback has secured this place to be a valid break of structure. So right now we are anticipating that price is supposed to tap into the extreme point of interest and then show a bearish movement to the downside and create another break of structure. So what happened was that in my analysis, I went straight up to 15 minutes time frame, of which in 15 minutes time frame, this movement from, so this in actual sense, the higher time frame structure shows that this wasn't a valid break of structure, but this was a valid break of structure. And since this is not our high point of interest, it is securing this particular invalid break of structure to now be a break of structure because the transaction has left from here to here, making this place the major inducement. But when you come into 15 minutes time frame, you will see that the price was this movement has become a valid break of structure. This too has become a valid break of structure. Instead of me making this place the inducement, I rather made this one the point of interest, and if price takes it out, it has turned from bearish to bullish, of which it is not supposed to be like that. Price is supposed to take out this inducement, tap into the order block in the extreme point of interest, and that is when we are supposed to take a trade. All right, so my analysis, I didn't pay attention to the higher time frame structure. So I mark this one as a valid break of structure, which is not so. This is to confirm this movement from here to here, and then this break of structure is to confirm that this first pullback, that price wasn't able to close price below this structure, is now valid because price has finally closed below a swing low. And so that is the fifth session of me trading my profit account. Peace out until the next one.